Cass? I thought it was you.
Heston, goodness.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, not at all. I was miles away.
I know the feeling.
When I was little, I used to come here with my dad. He was a great believer in fresh air. Mum used to make us pack lunch and... Oh, listen to me. So, how long's it been?
My leaving do at St. Phil's.
I believe you're right.
Did I ever thank you for organising it so beautifully?
Several times. You're particularly profuse about the wine.
Oh, how unlike me. So how's the world of local politics?
Fraught as ever. I hear you've got aspirations.
Yes, I'm focused on this dreadful housing development. I'm going to say a few words at the meeting this afternoon.
I know. Heston, I should mention that I'm on the planning committee now.
Oh, really? I had no idea.
Yeah, the point is, we're not supposed to be discussing the application. I'm supposed to remain unbiased, and I'd rather avoid a conflict of interests.
I understand.
So, perhaps we better part company, and I'll see you later.
Of course.
Bye for now.
I will be the soul of discretion.
Hi, Matt Broster, Leatherbridge Gazette. I'm doing an article on poor housing conditions in the area and wondered if you had any views on the subject.
Hi, Kyle. Remember me?
Come on, then. Get you up. Sit down.
Is that your memoirs?
It's for the council planning meeting this afternoon. I'm objecting to the estate on Leatherbridge Common.
I got running there.
Then you'll understand the importance of the common to the community.
Yeah. But is it as important as putting roofs over heads?
Not really that simple.
I agree, but that's the argument you're going to be faced with, isn't it?
Well, at least there's one person on the committee who shares my views.
Ooh, collusions, eh?
No, just honest people standing up for what they believe in. Excuse me.
Jimmy, meeting in my office, 10 minutes?
You slept on the sofa?
My bedroom walls are running wet. It's freezing in there.
Car's are in the same.
I keep the heater on for him. It's running up a bill, but at least I know he's warm.
You complain to your landlord?
I tried, but he's threatened to chuck us out.
He can't do that.
He can. I'm not on a fixed-term contract.
Well, in that case, you want to get onto environmental health.
Oh, I'm not going to risk it. If I could just get on the housing list.
Well, the damp is probably affecting your health, and you have Kyle, too. These factors should earn you some points. I'll write you a support letter if the council call me.
Oh, thanks, Doctor.
Anywhere else you can stay in the meantime?
Just my mother-in-law. But she's a right cow. I can stick it out here as long as Kyle's okay.
All right.
Right,
See
thank you. Bye-bye.
Nasty cough.
Sorry?
Your patient, Matt Broster, Leatherbridge Gazette, currently.
No comment.
Okay, off the record, obviously.
No.
Hypothetical case, then. Young woman with chest infection.
Which part of no don't you understand?
You can't approve of people living in a place like this in 2015.
What do you think? Excuse me.
Hi, sorry to bother you when you're not well. Matt Broster, Leatherbridge Gazette.
Did you say Matt Broster?
Yeah?
You don't recognise me, do you? Believe it or not, you asked me to marry you on the back row of Miss Beasley's science class.
Kerry?
Well, we've lost a lot of patients. The question is, how do we get them back?
We carry on being good at what we do. Word will get around.
Well, maybe we should try something different.
Howard, these things happen. The tides will turn.
Well, we need some positive PR, I know that for sure. Jimmy, how about you doing a piece for the website?
Howard, you know I don't want to get involved with publicity. You know what happened the last time?
Yeah, well, this time it'll be different. I'll be in full control. Where are you going?
I'm due at the police station, and I can't be late. I've got the reputation of the practice to consider.
He's a great kid.
Most of the time. Definitely got a mind of his own.
Yeah, like you. Only not so big-headed.
You were just nagged because I won the junior poetry competition.
I don't deny it. I sweated blood over mine.
Yeah, whereas I was naturally gifted. Words flowed effortlessly from my pen.
Yeah, go on. Rub it in. What happened, Kerry?
Kyle, come on, love. Mummy's not very well. Mrs. P's taking you to nursery.
What's up?
Did you know that you were going to find me here?
Of course not.
So you're not an old schoolmate catching up then, are you? You're a journo, looking for a story.
I'm both. But I wouldn't interview you without your permission.
Fine, because I wouldn't do it anyway.
I spoke to your doctor.
What exactly did he say?
He indicated he was concerned.
Did he also indicate that you should leave us alone?
I'm not the enemy here, Kerry.
Yes, so stop treating me like a fool. Dr. Granger wouldn't shoot his mouth off.
That's a sad face.
Yeah. You haven't got a magic wand, have you? Or some fairy dust?
I think you're well able to cast your own spell.
Yes, well, not anymore, it would seem.
Emma, how do you feel about doing a piece for the website, you know? A day in the life of Dr. Emma Reed, GP, police surgeon, you know. You can get some nice studio photos done for it, all paid for by the practice.
Oh, you can be so condescending sometimes.
That'll be a no, then.
But there are thousands out there suffering the same as you. Someone has to put their head above the parapet.
I have got a little boy to protect.
What, by living in this hole?
You just don't get it, dear. I am trying to get on the housing list. I can't afford to be branded a troublemaker.
There's not enough social housing to go round. That's the whole point.
So I want what's available. So I'm selfish. So what?
But please do the interview. I promise nothing bad will happen.
You have no idea what could happen.
Are you okay? I'll get you some water.
Just go!
Thanks. I shouldn't have sounded off at Howard like that.
Oh, well, when you're feeling sad, you can do without the hassle.
I wouldn't mind a bit of hassle, just not necessarily from him.
From Frank?
Oh, Neve, I really missed him when I was in Australia. But I don't think he feels the same. I mean, he said he's busy all weekend, and we haven't made any plans for next week either.
Do you think he's met someone?
What makes you say that?
Nothing. Just if someone suddenly is a bit distant.
Well, look, I know he's a charmer, but he's not a cheat.
Right.
I think my holiday just came at the wrong time in our relationship. I mean, absence certainly hasn't made his heart grow any fonder.
Well, you're just going to have to be philosophical about the whole thing.
I'm not sure I can be.
That was good while it lasted.
Maybe I should confront him.
And look desperate? Nah.
Well, what then?
You're going to have to play it cool. Let him do the running. And if he doesn't, then you know where you stand and you can walk away with your head held high.
I suppose. Do you know your cardigan matches my walls?
PR? I don't think that's in our job description.
Well, public relations is how we relate to the public, pure and simple. Yours are the first faces our patients see, so, you know, you need to be smiling.
Are you saying we're looking miserable?
No, not at all. I'm just asking you to make a little more effort. You know, you're smiling, you're attentive, you're making eye contact.
They're going to think we're trying to cop off with them.
And when a patient has finished an appointment, you intercept then, before they get to the exit, and say, oh, if you've been happy with the service today, would you like to fill in an online feedback form?
Happy with the service?
Well, it's a business, like it or not.
Howard, look, I wanted to apologise. I shouldn't have lost my rag with you.
Right, so you'll do the Emma Reed article?
No, of course not. Look, every time we get involved with journalists, something always goes wrong. Anyway, I think it's overkill.
Well, as I said to Jimmy, I'll be totally in charge.
Excuse me.
Heston Carter.
Oh, if you've got any thoughts on your treatment today, if you wouldn't mind filling in our online feedback form.
That gentleman probably doesn't even own a computer.
Well, what can we do about that? We can't discriminate. That wouldn't be good PR.
Hi, Matt Broster, Leatherbridge Gazette. I'm here to see Dr. Granger.
Is he doing the article?
Hopefully, yes.
Oh, we did not know that you were coming.
Really?
Well, he's just in consulting room 3, Matt, if you'd like to come
Cheers.
this way.
Karen.
Oh, it's just,
You really should have checked if Dr. Granger was free.
Can't get on the wrong side of the press.
There is a fine line between being pleasant and flirting.
I wasn't flirting.
Oh, what? You?
Bickering? Have I been wasting my breath?
Mr. Bellamy, you really should tell us if there are visitors.
No, not to worry, because I was extra nice to him.
Who?
Guy from the paper.
You know, it would have been more professional if you'd made an appointment beforehand.
Sorry, it's just that I've got a deadline and Kerry gave me your name.
You mean Kerry told you my name? There's a difference.
Semantics.
I know for a fact that Kerry wouldn't want to be part of any press coverage.
Or she might, if she knew you were behind her.
I'm already supporting Kerry in every way I can.
Yeah, may I quote you on that?
No.
Look, I'm not some hack, okay? My granddad was an opposition MP during the Thatcher years. He was dead against the right to buy scheme because he believed it would contribute to a shortage of social housing, which it has.
In what way?
Well, down the line. Homeowners selling on to private landlords. It means that tenants like Kerry are stuck in badly maintained properties with little hope of getting out.
You know what's surprising is that the Leatherbridge Gazette are covering this kind of campaign.
I'll be publishing online. I've got a guest blog spot, one of the nationals.
Oh, I see. So it's for your own personal ambitions.
Okay, yeah, maybe. But at the end of the day, it is about the story and the good it can do.
Matt, I appreciate your passion for your story, but I can't get involved. My first duty of care is to my patients.
Oh, is that really true, or is it just because you don't want to offend your colleague, Dr. Heston Carter?
I don't know to what you're referring, but I'd like you to leave.
Okay, yeah, fine. I get the message, I'm going.
You just throwing a journalist out.
Looks like it.
You know, that's all we need.
Come in. Have a seat.
Well, frankly, Howard, I find your attitude a little insulting. I can deal with a reporter.
Well, you'll change your tune when you see the paper tomorrow.
He was intending to publish it online.
That's even worse. It could go viral.
Well, no, it won't, because thanks to me, he's not got a story.
I'm sorry.
Take a couple of breaths.
It's just, you know, getting all this rubbish thrown at me from all different angles, and I'm just finding it hard to stay in control.
I'm sure you are, okay? But this is no good for your blood pressure. Go and sit down.
You're right. Bit about an hour and I'll be all right.
Where is he?
Who?
Matt. What's his name? He hasn't come through reception.
Well, I kicked him out.
Well, where the heck is he?
It's no secret that I'm speaking against the development this afternoon.
With what justification?
Well, if you came to the meeting, maybe you'd find out. Now, excuse me, I have patients to see.
Now, Dr. Granger is concerned about poor housing conditions. Such opposing views must cause conflict between you.
You are out of order. I asked you to leave.
You're prepared to ignore the housing needs of a community in favour of a field.
Maybe you should look at the online plans before making stupid accusations.
Matt, come on.
Calls himself a journalist. He hasn't done the most basic research.
He may have a point, though.
Really? Maybe you should do some research. Excuse me, I have patients.
just don't give up, do you? I said no way.
Come to make you a drink. How is it?
Lovely. I'm a sucker for a kind gesture. Mainly because they don't come my way very often.
That's sad.
I'm not sad. I'm angry. All the time. It's wearing me out.
Is Kyle's dad around?
He's in Spain with his mates. Running a bar. He's 18 years old or something. According to his mum, he did it to get away from me. Truth is, when Kyle was born, you want the centre of my world. You're not recording this or anything?
No. No, that would be unethical. To be honest, I don't blame you for keeping your head down. Who knows, you might get one of them new houses.
What houses?
Come in.
Sorry if I was a bit peevish earlier.
Oh, not at all. Now I've seen the plans, I completely understand why you're so upset.
Oh, thanks. It's good to have an ally. Hope that young journalist isn't coming to the meeting.
I doubt it. This isn't the story he's after.
Maybe you should come. You might find it interesting.
Maybe.
The Common.
Yeah, that's if it ever happens. There's a meeting this afternoon and one of the doctors at the mill is speaking against. Do you know Dr. Carter?
The posh one.
I'm surprised Dr. Granger hasn't mentioned any of this to you. He knows you're desperate to be rehoused.
Don't start slagging off Dr. Granger. He has been good to me.
Maybe. But when I was at the mill earlier, he and Dr. Carter seemed to be on the same side.
Why were you at the mill? Still after this story, aren't you?
Look, mate, people like them have influence.
Oh, get out, Matt.
I'm just trying to give you a voice.
Hello? Is it bad? Can't you just stay... All right, yeah, I'll sort it. Thanks. Kyle's got a cough. He'll have to come out. Like, he'll be so much better off here.
Can't let this go on. Kyle's affected now. Hey, Kerry. Sorry. Listen, I'll give you a lift to the nursery.
My neighbour will pick him up. You are taking me to this meeting.
What?
I've changed my mind. You're about to find out how loud my voice is.
But we can do the interview here.
You want a story? You've got one.
Your welcome home present?
You've barely spoken to me since I got back.
Yeah. Well, I believe that action speaks louder than words. Open it. A little plain for your liking?
No. I love it.
Do you want me to help you?
No, I can manage. Oh, I think the clasp is a little stiff.
Yeah, let me... Oh, yeah. It'll loosen up after a while. There you go. And this will look stunning with a plunged neck.
Maybe, but a little inappropriate for work.
But yet perfect for dinner.
Who said anything about dinner? Aren't you taking things for granted?
Dommage.
Look, I appreciate the gesture, I really do, but if you'll excuse me, I need to get on.
J'ai la cœur brisé.
We mustn't be afraid of change. Nostalgia's all very fine, but we've got to think of the future. Yeah, okay, we lose the Common, but just think about what we stand to gain. I mean, this is a fantastic opportunity for Leatherbridge. We'll attract young professionals with spending power. We'll be a sought-after area on the commuter belt.
Lost cause.
Business units are going
No,
to
it isn't.
be over
You're on the
here.
right side of this argument, Esther.
Maybe this isn't such a good idea.
I thought you wanted a story.
There's something I should explain first.
I'm gonna have my say. If you can't handle it, go.
This development would be an absolute tragedy for Leatherbridge. It is ill-conceived, ill-timed, and inconsiderate of the needs of our community. I am absolutely appalled that the council is even considering building on this lovely common.
All you care about is your own backyard.
Kerry.
Don't carry me, hypocrites.
Sorry, what's the matter?
People like you going on when there's people like me living in hovels that wouldn't keep a dog in.
Now, hang on.
All I want is a clean, dry home for my little boy, a roof without holes in, and taps that work proper heating.
Kerry, you have every right to expect that.
So why are you putting your smoke in? Because you wouldn't want me for a neighbour, would you?
That's not
no,
true.
That's your problem. It's not about space or recreation. It's about you being a snob.
This development is not for people who need housing. These will be private properties costing hundreds of thousands of pounds.
Did you know this?
I have every sympathy with you, Kerry. We're on the same side. Oh, okay. All right, up you get.
Get up!
Why did you bring her here? She's not fit to be out.
It wasn't my idea.
Come on, let's get you home.
Heston, let me explain, please.
Better?
Sorry.
You've got nothing to apologise for. You were being manipulated.
Here I am, back to square one.
Not quite. I've spoken to the council, and I will fill in that medical report that they want, but there is a long waiting list.
I'm worried about Kyle now.
You know, you wouldn't be living on the street if you moved in with your mother-in-law.
She hates me.
What, and Kyle?
She thinks the world of him.
Right. So would it be worth gritting your teeth, just as an emergency measure?
I'll see you out.
If you haven't heard from them by then...
Kerry.
You've got a nerve.
It's all right, Dr. Granger. I can handle this.
Look, Kerry, I'm sorry.
Like you said, you've got a
No,
nerve.
please, wait, look, there's other stuff I wanted to say.
Well, not interested.
But it's awesome, us meeting up after all these years.
You mean like fate has brought us together?
Well, yeah, I guess.
Hold it right there. I collapsed and you took a photo.
It's the training.
No, it's who you are. Story comes first and everything else is just a poor second.
That's not true.
So you're not going to go ahead with the article, then? Learn to live with yourself, Matt.
Well, lovely. Did you treat yourself, Missy?
No, it was a present from Frank.
Oh, peace offering.
And he'd asked me out to dinner.
You're not going.
Of course I am. It's a long time since I've felt like this about any man.
Just no need to fall at his feet is all.
Well, I'm not. I'm gonna make him sweat a little longer.
Yeah, well, pigs don't sweat.
Ooh, that is harsh.
I just don't think it's genuine, that's all.
Has something happened?
No.
Well, why can't you just be happy for me?
I'm just saying, as a friend, I think you should tread carefully.
No, you're projecting your disappointment with Al onto Frank.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are, Neve. It's called sour grapes. Get over yourself.
Well, listen, good luck with that, Kerry, OK? And don't forget, you're more than qualified for temporary accommodation if that doesn't work out. Yeah. All right, no problems. Bye.
Matt Broster, that journalist you kicked out.
Yeah.
Well, he published his article online, all right. Young mum collapses at common housing protest.
We had no idea.
It's brilliant.
What?
There's a cracking picture of you helping the woman, and Heston comes across fantastically. You know, this is just the PR we needed. Well done.
Thank you.
You know, I thought this campaigning journalism of this calibre was a thing of the past, but, you know, hey, I was wrong. Yeah. You go far, this lad.
Yeah.
Hey, fancy a coffee?
No, thanks.
Frank, is that dinner invitation still open?
Always. Like my arms.
For goodness sake.
How you fixed for the rest of the week?
All right, Romeo, steady on. I've only agreed to dinner.
All right, well then I better book that table.
Emma, have you seen this? Thanks to Daniel and Heston, we've finally got some good PR. we're on the up again, Emma.
Good for you.
You feel the same way about the common. Don't be such a hypocrite.
Heston, you are in the privileged position of being free to speak from the heart.
So are you. This is a democracy.
The council is on its uppers. Don't you see? The revenue earned from projects like this can fund things like housing for the homeless.
Not at the expense of a much-loved public amenity.
It's a sought-after location. You know, honestly, it might not be that bad. The housing area is going to be landscaped.
Kath, come on. Listen to yourself.
I joined the planning committee because I thought I could make a difference.
You'll certainly do that when the diggers move in.
Yeah, if I were you, I'd think twice about going into politics. You're far too principled.
Well, as an independent, I don't have to toe the party line, which is exactly what you're doing.
Money talks.
What's that supposed to mean?
One of the businesses has got a massive stake in this project. It's an offer no one could refuse.
What sort of business?
It's a rival to the mill. A state-of-the-art super clinic. You might know the guy.
Not Gary Lucas.
Gary Lucas, I thought we'd got rid of him.
It's a chance to say a proper goodbye.
Look, I'm on a 3-minute break, Mr. Tembe. This is not a Chernobyl incident.
It is disgusting.
Don't know how you can invite anyone to stay here, let alone your own son.
Do not attack the church to support your drug addiction.
I can do whatever I like.
It must be in Drainwave's chamber.
Can't break in there.
You might know the answers, but can you make the link